In a 12-year span, Sam was associated with the only two real national championships teams in this school's storied history. One team he played on and one team he assembled. He earned the respect of all the coaches he worked with and all whom he competed against.
St. Benedict's, football, basketball, all the other sports. In a school like this, it's wonderful because they're all for each other. And this doesn't happen every day.
Jeff was he was a fantastic football player, a fantastic passer, and I'm sure one of the greatest players that ever played at this college. He was a great leader, commanded the huddle. He took this team to the 10-0 season that we had. I don't think we could give anybody more credit than Jeff.
My induction is really a good example of the great fortune that can come from being surrounded by a group of outstanding teammates. Right? He's the hardest working guy that's ever played football here. There's never been, I can say that with a lot of confidence. I know there's been a lot of guys that worked hard. There's never been a person here that worked harder than Jeff Pirot. There's never been a guy here that had more self-discipline as it related to becoming a great football player than Jeff Pirot.
I felt pretty good about my success here as a football player. We went undefeated and I was named first team All-American, and it would have been easy for me to go home that summer and never come back. But I recall the promise that I made to Coach Wilcox that I'd get my education and get my degree, and I came back and followed through with that.
The 85 team, we've been fortunate to have several other undefeated teams. We've had 5 or 6 or 7 teams that had only one loss, so there were a lot of good teams in there. Otherwise, I'd be working somewhere else probably. But the 1985 team was special in that it was probably the first great team. I enjoyed the football player that you were. But to know that we have scientists and doctors and attorneys and entrepreneurs and CFOs and people that choose to serve our country as policemen and highway patrol and high-ranking government officers and 2 Army colonels and 2 Navy commanders. How can you beat that? No score can top that. So I congratulate the 1985 team because at the time I probably didn't thank you enough.